This is the Friday, December the 11th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Very warm December weather on the way this weekend, but still growing indications of some pattern changes down the road. Now, there's a look during the 5 o'clock hour this morning from Banner Elk, courtesy of ResortCams.com. Temperature there, 43. That's obviously pretty mild this time of year up there in the mountains. Take a peek at our Greensboro tower camera, and even milder in a lot of Piedmont locations right now, sitting at 50. Have to keep in mind the average Greensboro high temperature this time of year is at around 52 or so. So it's very, very mild. A little bit of patchy fog, but fog not nearly the issue this morning as what we've seen on recent mornings. But I do think as we head on through tonight and into Saturday morning, some pretty good areas of fog are going to form. There's a peek at your highs yesterday around the Triad. Look at those 60s on the board. Even a little warmer around the Charlotte area. Upper 60s, a 70-degree high there in Concord. I think a lot of folks close to 70 this afternoon. I'll show you the high temperatures this afternoon in just a second. Radar quiet locally. You head up into the Great Lakes region. That's where you have some activity. Quiet over most of the southeast, but there's the precipitation in the area of low pressure in the Great Lakes heading into Canada, and that's kind of been the storm track, west coast to the northern plains and into Canada, well northwest of our area. Let's check the west coast. It's been very, very active over that way. Still have rain in the lower elevations, snow in the higher elevations from Washington down through Oregon and California early this morning. It's been very fascinating, really, to me, to watch these storm systems crash off the Pacific Ocean into the west coast. It's been just a train of one storm system after another out that way. But again, those have been heading up into Canada. Storm track kind of something like that, well off to the north. And it's just been getting milder and milder here across the southeast, south of that storm track. That's evident this morning. These are temperatures during the 5 o'clock hour. Buffalo, Rochester, Burlington, Vermont in the 50s. This is this morning. This is going to be one of the warmest December weekends you'll ever find, really, in the eastern part of the United States. There's your highs today. Again, the cold air, the Arctic type of air, bottled way up to the north. Now, it's there, minus 21, the high temperature today up in Arctic Bay. And again, let me show you the GFS modeling. And again, this is a look at the 850 millibar, or the 5,000 foot temperatures. The color shadings are temperatures freezing or below. Notice that stays well off to the north as we get through the weekend and early next week. But some of that does try to work at times down into the lower 48 as we get deeper into next week. And I think especially toward the latter stages of the month, a little better chance of some of that colder air trying to make it at times through the eastern part of the country. We'll see. We'll call it partly cloudy today across the region. There's your Friday highs. Low temperatures tonight in the 50s in many spots. And watch this fog develop. There we are 5 o'clock late today. And then look at that fog settling in overnight. Could be a very foggy start to our Saturday morning. But once the fog erodes, a very warm day. Your Saturday highs shape up like that across the region. Sunday even a little bit warmer ahead of this next storm system. There's a peek at your Sunday highs across the region. Very warm day. And again, there's a Greensboro snapshot. Should stay shy of the record high temperatures by at least a small margin, but we're up there in that ballpark. As we take a look at the next storm system, there it goes, approaching us and getting here on Monday. Some severe weather likely over the southern plains and maybe the deep south and the lower Mississippi Valley over the weekend, but the system with the main dynamics pulling well off to the north shouldn't be a huge severe weather producer in the Carolinas Monday, but we'll watch it. Boy, ski resorts having a tough time right now with the mild weather. Appalachian Beach Mountain will reopen as soon as possible. Thin coverage at Cataloochee and Sugar. And, the pattern will flip eventually, but boy, it's kind of tough going for the time being for the ski industry across the eastern U.S. It's not just a North Carolina thing. It's all across the east. Some issues with mild air. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody, have a great day, great weekend, and God bless.